Welcome, all you beautiful souls, to your weekly energy update, and this is for the week of June 19th through June 26th. This week we have a big, of course, occurrence here with the summer and winter solstice coming on June 21st, so happy solstice to everyone. Of course, we have summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice starting in the southern hemisphere. It also means we're triggering the beginning of Cancer sign season, so happy birthday to all you Cancer sign sun babies. And both for the solstice, for the solstice, I actually have put out separate individual readings for each zodiac sign, which I will have listed at the end of the video in the playlist, and I'll also throw it down in the description box below. We also, of course, because Cancer season is starting with the Cancer signs for the sun sign, I also put out a special pick a card reading for that, which will also be linked in a playlist at the end of this video and also in the description box below. So wonderful energies coming in, a lot of transformation with the Cancer sign being ruled by the moon. There is a lot of this mother type of feeling, this nurturing energy that's coming in. And the summer winter solstice is quite a bit around growth and like endings as well. Because, we moved from spring into summer, things started to grow in spring. Summer is all about the growth period where we have a large amount of growth. In the southern hemisphere, of course, with the winter solstice, we just moved from harvest, fall, autumn season into hibernation, into those things that, winter time represent as well. So for this reading, we're going to be looking at that mother energy. We all have, mother energy, mother personalities that are in our life, or just motherhood in general, regardless of how we identify. We all have that mother, nurturing, divine, feminine energy within us, regardless of what gender or how we identify, right? So we're going to be asking for this reading around motherhood. What about our relationships with that mother energy and motherhood? Are we ready, or can we transform? Can we grow through? And what can we possibly put to rest? So I do have, of course, a reading for each individual zodiac sign, and I'm jumping into yours right now. All right, Leos, this is your weekly energy update, and we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Into the Lonely Woods deck. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. I'll give these a good shuffle and see what comes up for you. One more time. All right, so for our Leos, what would you like them to know about mother energy, mother personalities, motherhood for this upcoming week, please? All right, just that one right here. And FYI, I had already recorded your reading, but the audio was really scratchy, and I'm not sure what happened with it, but so that for me is a sign for you about communication this upcoming week. Might be staticky. You might have to have a restart, but don't freak out about it. Just know that it happens on purpose for a reason and go with the flow, right? So your card is, ebbs and flow. So that makes sense. Go with the ebbs and flows of this week. That's hilarious. And that is card number 31. So we'll put that here. That just cracks me up. So this card says there will always be moments where we find ourselves unable to find our place within the world. Those we once knew have fallen away, and those we have yet to form trust and loving relationships with are yet to come. We are sometimes given responsibilities to care for on our own when we thought they would be shared. It's natural to contemplate what we may be doing wrong or is lacking in us, but this will pass. The truth is, we all go through initiations of companionship and solitude, of intimacy and estrangement, of deep understanding, and the grief of being misunderstood or abandoned. This moment is an ebb, but soon the flow of companionship will come. Friendship and love will surely flow back to you, as too will that true and deep sense of belonging. Makes total sense when we're talking about mother energy. So this very much has to do with the energy of feeling abandoned, feeling left behind, feeling that sense of lack. Also, especially that energy of abandonment. This is about nurturing yourself, becoming the mother for yourself that you didn't feel you had in whatever area of your life or in, that particular circumstance. So I love this for you. We are, of course, also going to pull from these Ancestral Path Tarot. And we'll see what else they want you to know around this ebb and flow. There is this awareness around the tides, especially with Cancer season coming up, and Cancer's ruled by the moon and is a water sign. There is this, the tides that ebb and flow and come in with this all here. Is there are times in our life where we are meant to sit still and wait, because if we try to launch our boat while the tide's coming in, we're going to struggle, and the boat might capsize anyway, and we won't go anywhere because we're working against the tide that's coming in. But when the tide flows out, then we go very easily and launch our boat. So there is that as well. All right, so for our Leos, what else would you like them to know around these energies? Okay, they do want that one. What else? Okay. And what else? Okay, and that one. So just straighten these out, and we'll start with this one here. And you've got the 9 of Staves, or the 9 of Wands in the Standard Tarot. 9s are about, they represent the Hermit in a way, because the number 9 in the Major Arcana of the Tarot is the Hermit, where they go inward. They have a lantern. They find the bright star of themselves that is within that lantern, and it helps them on their inner path, that internal search. So very much this is talking about turning inward and relying on yourself for now. This is the waiting. This is the sitting on the shores, waiting for the tide to go back out. And while you're sitting there watching the waves come in, seeing the waves of life, it's a good time for this energy, which is what the Wands is. It's your passion, your drive, your ambition, your overall energy, your spiritual energy. It allows you to see that within yourself, contemplate and use that energy, and understand where you're investing your energy, because the 10 comes after this, which is the ending and the new beginning. So you are evaluating in this inner search, this inner journey of where you're investing your energy, and you will decide what you want to do with that. Do you want to continue invest it in an area where you weren't getting anything back, or you're ready to invest it in a different area of your life? That's part of the nurturing of yourself, mothering of yourself. And we'll go to this one next here. Yeah, you have the 4 of Cups. So very good. Cups are your emotions. You can kind of see here he's contemplative here. And here's the 3 cups that have not satisfied. They have left you kind of feeling just emotionally feeling unstable with the things that are going in the outside world. And I'll explain, and then I'll explain what this Ace of Cups being offered to you here is for as well. Each of these cups represents an area of our life where we're taught to look outside of ourselves for our emotional fulfillment. One is relationships, whether it is with a mother, like family, friends, romantic, work, school, even your feather babies and fur babies. Then you also have situations and circumstances as the second cup, which can be like your job, your education, your social status, just situations that you can get yourself into. And the third one is things like our bodies, our possessions, our bank accounts. All 3 of those, we are told that's going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled and quench that thirst. And so we go drink of all those things. But the thing is, those are temporary, if they are fulfilling at all, because they're unstable. People change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same. And of course, things break down, deteriorate, are stolen, burned down. So all those things are not eternal. They're temporary. And like I said, they may not even fulfill you at all, because it's not what we're really looking for. That outside world isn't going to be able to give us what we are truly seeking for in our emotions, because we are really on a quest for the Holy Grail, for this chalice that is full of the unconditional love of back home from where we come. That unconditional love without any conditions, nothing we can do to earn it, nothing we can do to lose it. We just have it because of who we are. That's the love from the Creator, from Source, Mother and Father of all things, whatever you believe your higher power is, from Spirit, your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones who have returned back to the other side, your ancestors. There's just a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light on the other side, and they offer you this beautiful, beautiful unconditional love. So during this contemplation, this is what you're contemplating, is these things have not really fulfilled me. I felt empty. This is what I want. And this waterfall kind of represents this flow from the heavens of that unconditional love flowing down to you. I love it. Love it, love it. Yeah, and then you have the star card. So again, the flow here from this is like the Aquarian card. When I mentioned the Hermit and the star that you find of yourself within that, it actually is the star here of this specific card. And so this is you finding connection to your higher self and allowing this beautiful living waters, this unconditional love essence to flow down both into your human experience, because it flows down onto land, which is your physical world, as well as like your mind. And then it also flows into the water, which is your emotions and your spiritual side as well. So you do have this wonderful consistent message here about flowing in, and here you are on the shores with the ebb and flow coming in too. So definitely a cohesive, coherent message coming in. We will dive in deeper here. We're going to use these everyday tarot just to get some clarity as well. So let me just give these a shuffle. So I really want to see this energy, what you're going to be doing with that. What more information do you want our Leos to know about this energy? Okay. Got those. Any others? Okay. And those two. So we'll start with these. This one showed itself first. So we'll look at that. And again, I'm laughing. I'm just loving your reading, because this is the Queen of Pentacles, which is a lot like the Empress. It's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So we were talking about already, it's about new birth, finding your worth from inside. She, in addition to this very grounding earth energy, she also, all the queens have water element. So this is this wonderful connection that she's using to ground her emotions. And we already talked about that with that Four of Cups too, that, you're grounding yourself in your emotions. But this is very much a time of self-nurturing, mothering yourself, not worrying about everyone else this week. Give yourself a week at least, Leos, just to focus in on nurturing yourself and your emotions. You don't have to be like a total hermit, but at least take time away for your own self here. And then you have, because you have the High Priestess, who she connects to the moon. She withdraws into her priestess temple, goes beyond the curtain into the subconscious, uses her moon energy again to connect to the higher realms. So consistent message here too, with really connecting to that inner knowing, withdrawing into yourself. And then you have the Emperor. The Emperor has a good energy that's coming in here for you, because it is a number 4, like this Four of Cups. So it is bringing some stability in, some order into your life where you may not have felt it before. And as you're contemplating and looking at the ebbs and flows of things, one of the things you realize with this is that there's two sides to an Emperor. When an Emperor is focused on the higher self, its loving self, it pours out its love into its kingdom. It shares all the kingly and royal resources with its kingdom, because he's not selfish. He's not just trying to achieve success himself, because he knows when he shares that, when his kingdom is successful, when everyone is able to really thrive, they can share that beautiful love with the entire world in so many different ways, instead of the opposite, which is where we go to next. The other side of an emperor is when that little child within us, that human child, when it feels unsafe, when it feels out of control, it goes into fight or flight mode. And when we go into fight or flight mode as humans, the blood rushes from our brain to go to our arms and our legs in order for us to fight and for us to run like heck, to try to do what we can to feel safe again, to feel what we can do in order to feel in control again. And those things are reactionary. They're usually not emotionally mature decisions. They're more animalistic, reactionary. And so the king, this loving king, turns into this feared and hated tyrant, authoritarian dictator instead. And that shows you the two sides of the experience that we have as humans here. When we connect to this higher place, we do things that are of a loving nature, unconditionally loving, with this unconditional. But when we're out of fear, trying to gain control and feel safe, we're doing things and we're acting out of our minds. And this is just showing that this reflection that you can look at while you're waiting for this ebb and this flow to bring some clarity for you. Yeah. So this would be the pain, the disappointment we feel. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And you can see when this heart has these expectations, when we feel that disappointment and that fear, when we go into fight or flight, that is our heart feeling that prick of fear as we go into that defensive mode. So when we feel this heartache and we feel this pain, what it is fear. And when we realize that, we can transform things. So I love that about that. I also want to fill some more information about this Four of Cups. What do you want us to know more about these Four of Cups out here? Okay, those two. Oh, and you want those two right there. Okay. Yeah, so you have the World. This is the highest last card in the major arcana, which represents significant endings to cycles and new beginnings. So you definitely are reaching this ebb and this flow. You're ready to, go in the opposite direction and end some things that have been happening for you, but it's like riding a roller coaster. You can only ride it so many times before you're ready for something new and for something different. And this really represents that you have completed something enough times. I know for me, it was like my 5th longish term relationship. I was like, I get it now. Because I realized in hindsight that each of those individuals were a mirror for me, reflecting back to me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. And this represents like you see it, whatever circumstance, whatever this pocket of time that you have where you're reflecting and nurturing and kind of hermiting a little bit, you're like, oh, I see it, I get it. And it moves from just getting it into your mind for it to really getting it in your heart too. And you know that aha when I know it, but then you know it, and you know what I mean. And then you also have the Chariot. Perfect. So the Chariot represents the power of choice, knowing that, in any situation, like the Emperor here, we always have a choice between unconditional love and the fear of losing conditional love. And that rolls over both into whatever situation we're in. We get to choose, and we always do, it's just that we're becoming aware of it, that every circumstance that comes our way, we get to choose what emotion we feel as we go through it. We also get to choose what story or interpretation we're putting to what is happening in our life. And so this Chariot is this awareness that's coming in for you, letting you know that it doesn't matter whatever comes your way in the future, because you get to choose what it means. You get to choose how you feel. Now, I know when they first told me that, I was like, raising my hand and said, I'm not sure. I don't feel like I'm making a choice. This thing happens. This is how I feel. This thing's happen. This is what I feel it means, or this is what I think it means. This is the story. And they're very patient, Spirit is. They sit you down and go, okay, come here. Let's look back in your childhood like any other human when you're younger. You do have these experiences, these popular opinions that are given to you as truths, small t truths of the human, which say that when this thing happens, this is how you feel. When this thing happens, this is what it means. It's reinforced over and over and over again, where it becomes your habit to feel that way in that situation, to think that that situation means that when it happens. And it becomes your habit so much, it becomes your reaction, where it feels like there's no choice being made. But they showed me if we slow down time, like a movie where it goes tick, 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 and you watch it frame by frame, you can see where a decision is made based on that habit, that reaction from the past. And we can take deep breaths. We can calm ourselves. We can find ways to step out and pause that reaction. And sometimes it's after it happens, we're like, oh, there, I did it again. But we can start looking at it and revisiting how we reacted, questioning, do I really want it to mean that? Do I really want to feel that? And being able to have this power that comes in where you can choose differently. So I love that. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is great because you have the Queen of Pentacles here, who shows you that you are really grasping how you're determining your worth on the outside. And this Knight, as all knights do, they quest, and he quests after this Ace of Pentacles. That Ace of Pentacles for me represents you searching for your worth, and how you're determining it from the outside world. And basically the Knight, goes through these experiences of searching for relationships. It searches in the land of situations and circumstances. It searches in the land of things and possessions in our bodies. And it's like, I haven't found that yet. But when it finds this holy grail, when it finds the unconditional love from above, that is what you start basing your worth out of. That is what suddenly changes, all of this way that you're looking at your worth in living this human experience. So I love that this is coming in here because it's really tying together. And then your last tarot card. Okay. So you do find the Ace of Pentacles that you're on the quest for. So, yep, definitely. This is all coming together. So I love that you find that and you do grasp this aha moment. So the cycle that you're ending is the cycle of defining yourself by the retail price of the outside world. And I call it, self-worth when we determine our worth based on what we find within us. When we're basing our worth on what the outside world might think of us, that's retail price. That's the price that we feel people put on us. And that's that instability of looking in those three cups on the outside world, right? Because if you're this beautiful parka, it's this warm coat, and you're in northern Alaska during the winter, wow, people think you're priceless, and they might even mark up the price on you because there's such a competition for you in that scenario, in that season. But if you're that same parka coat and you were shipped down to southern Texas during the middle of summer, you'd end up on the 99% off rack instead. And that's the instability of the outside world with that retail price. And this is beautiful that you're tired of that. You're tired of fearing that way. And then so you come back and the cycle is ending. We're also going to pull a card here from the Divine Direction. See what, at least one card. See what else the Creator wants all of you Leos to know about this upcoming week. Okay, I do want that one and that one. Oh, and that one. You get 4 of those. All right. And then we're also going to pull at least one card here from the Sweet Dreams deck. So what else for our Leos, please? Okay, they do want that one. Any others? Whoa, okay. I guess so. And they want that one too. So we will pull all these back here. And we will start with this one right here. Holiday. Now Madonna's holiday song is in my head. It says it's time to go on that holiday that you've been dreaming about. Live life. So this pause that it was talking about here, taking some time to yourself, is what this is about. You might not have to go away anywhere. Sometimes you can have the best holiday just caving, if you can, away from as much outside things as you can, or if you are able, get away from it all, because that helps you really reflect when you're not involved in all the chaos and all the stuff you see that you need to do around your house. Sometimes getting away, it all just frees your mind to actually reflect in beautiful ways and meditate. Reconnect with your inner spirit, right? Your star, walk, practice yoga, meditate, or listen to music. So definitely taking this time away to disconnect, like we were talking about. Then you have the strength. And that says you have an enormous amount of strength and courage. Remain focused, stand tall, and shine. The Nine of Wands also is about perseverance and continuing going. So this also reiterates that message that I did not mention with that, but they are wanting to make sure that you have what it takes. You know, taking this time away and pausing is going to allow you to recharge your battery, allow you to really direct that energy where you want it to go. And you're going to find that you're investing it in emotional areas or physical areas or mental areas that you're ready to let go of, and you regain that energy back to refocus it into something else. Yep. And you have your heal card. And that says you have a natural gift of healing through your hands, your words, and your actions. So definitely, as you focus in on the unconditional love instead of the fear, that just naturally helps every area of your life. Because like I mentioned, when you go into this fight or flight mode here, in addition to the blood rushing from our brain, it temporarily shuts down our immune system, our digestive system. It does so many things because it wants to direct all that energy to stay alive. And sometimes we're in consistent emotional fear, not really physical fear, but a lot of emotional monsters in our life that we're constantly in and out of fight or flight, that we don't allow our bodies to heal. And so finding this peace, getting away, really allowing your body to be in a place of unconditional love and peace allows it to do its natural, amazing healing of your physical body. Also helps you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, of course, as well. Then you have your star. You have all these star cards, and you've got experience. And that says, my dreams take me to wonderful places that are filled with wonder, delight, and joy. Yeah, this is definitely this unconditional love energy. It allows you to have a different experience than you've had before. Yeah, because you've got let go, which says, I am kind to myself and share my beauty with those around me. I let go of self-criticism. Really, this really feels wonderful with this Mother Nature, Mother Nurturing too, right? Yep, and you have connect, which says, I create strong emotional connections with the important people in my life. And I really feel this is about connecting to your higher self and connecting to those higher realms. I really want to put this right here and have you connect to this beautiful person, this beautiful higher self you are, because your human side is just an avatar living this human experience. And the actor behind that character is the real you, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that is made of unconditional love. That's why we seek it, because it is us, right? Yeah, because here's your final card, Awaken. And that says, I awake feeling energized and begin my day with gratitude. Yeah, definitely this new energy that you're getting back by focusing it on you. And we even talked about that with this, the less amount of energy you're investing in the outside world in pursuing those cups and finding this beautiful, amazing love on the inside, you get all this energy back that you're using to maintain and seek after all that quest for the outside. But once that knight here finds that Ace of Pentacles through that love on the inside, boom, you get so much reward inward and outward and mentally and physically and emotionally and spiritually. It's an amazing end of a quest for you. And it's the beginning of a whole new journey and a whole new adventure. So I am loving this for you, Leo. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign. And as I mentioned in the intro, I have the solstice readings that are out there. I have the Cancer season reading that's out there. And I'll have those linked here, the playlist at the end of the video here, a couple of those. But if you want to be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video or you share a video, comment on a video, and subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy and wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I'm of course very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, amazing Leos, as you go through this wonderful, enlightening week, just please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'll be talking with you soon. And in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.